This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Alongside Greg Olsen, the kicker Brandon Aubrey, set for the start. And this opening kickoff doesn't reach the landing zone, hitting short of the 20, so that will move the ball out to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. Abdul Carter there to bring him down. Brings up 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson now. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screen play there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Forced to his right. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
That's taken in, and he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down. Right to the air goes Ward. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass ball's incomplete.
And it's exactly how they coach it. Once he realized he wasn't going to get home, he does the next best thing. Get that big old hand up and knock the ball away.
19-18. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Parsons Messenger there on the stop.
That's a gain of 3.
Throwing on 3rd down. Ward. Open man. That's Dante Thornton. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
Is a turnover on down.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
It's a nice start to the drive. Gain of 10 and a quick 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down. A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. They knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Jackson now on second down. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. Jackson up top again. And this is going to be incomplete. And it's great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Fourth down. Jackson. Now he'll work his way out right. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to have the Chiefs first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
It's just a big-time play by this quarterback on fourth down. You can see he starts first look cover. Then he goes through his progression. There's nowhere to go with the ball. Can't throw it away, can't take a sack. He quickly decides to turn into a runner, use his legs to pick up the first down, and they're still alive.
Jackson now to throw on first down. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, KC. Jason Sanders on for the point after.
Jason Sanders for the extra point.
He gets it to go, and the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead.
Chiefs 7, Chargers 0. Jason Sanders set to
After
kick
the
off.
touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30.
The Chargers
And a
take it.
solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. On first down, it's Ward. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
It's second and 8.
I think the days where quarterbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
From the gun on third down, Ward. That's caught left side. It's complete. It's a gain of 19 in the air. First down, LA.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They must move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
18 Cardinal.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage. Third down and 3.
Go! 60 Bison. Mustang 19. Ready?
From the gun, here's Ward. That is intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Watts. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Defensively on third down, Mike, that's the money down. You have to find a way to get off the field. Most offenses are going to be more pass-heavy, looking to throw the ball downfield to convert. How can you dial up the pressure just a little bit, force an errant throw, and in this case, come away forcing a turnover?
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
A throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
They'll run, and this is Cam Scatterboo. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Bronco 80. Ready.
Right back to Scatterboo on first down. It'll get forward to about the 42. Xavier Watts there to bring him down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Get it. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let go.
Now give on the ground, and he'll get only about 3 before being ridden out of bounds.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And he'll just have to throw this one away. There's nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
That is incomplete. He couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Try to start on the ground. Now trying to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the gun, Jackson.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Brings up third down.
Third down and 9. Back to throw, Jackson. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
Bradley Pinion.
So that'll bring up fourth down, and here comes the veteran Bradley Pinion to punt it away. He'll return it from the 11. And this winds up a very nice return. He's able to get up past the 40-yard line.
Check. Down.
Play action. Ward. And this one caught along the sideline. They say already out of bounds. Wow. Throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield. So it'll be no catch and second down.
Ready.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And some good blocking. Springing a gain of 9 as we get to third down.
To the 49-yard line. A gain of 9. brings up 3rd and 1.
Throwing, Ward. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Got it. Ready? Here we go. Here we go.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go. Set. Bronco 80. Ready, ready?
On the draw, here's Scatterboot. That's a good game there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
Best time to call a draw is when the defense is playing a pass situation, so a down and distance that screams pass. You want those defensive linemen ripping up the field thinking, I'm going to go sack the quarterback. In this case, they time it perfectly, hands the ball off to the back, big pickup.
3rd and 2. Here we go.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready?
He'll try to run for it with Scatterboot. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They snap it to Ward. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
So I'm not sure if this is miscommunication or just bad execution, but either way, this is a ball that just needs to be completed. I mean, it's 4th down, money moment. You've got to be good in these critical situations, and when there's opportunities for plays to be made, you got to make it.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot. Going back in the backfield, and fortunately for him, he's able to get back on it, but it will go down as a loss on the play. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the ball. There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good game, brings up 3rd down.
3rd down, they need 5. Jackson looking to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. Now Jackson. He's got Loveland free left side. And he will get into the end zone. Holston Loveland. Touchdown, Chiefs. Touchdown number 9 for the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
A safe kick taken at the 5. Yeah. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This doesn't even go. I just want to run. I just want to...
Let's go.
On first and 10, Ward. This one broken up. It's incomplete, but the defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Second and 10.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. And how about that? Third and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
Get it.
They'll run out of the gun with Scalaboo. He's beyond midfield to the 45. What a terrific run. They finally bring him down at the 15-yard line. It's a big one for the Chargers. To gain of 43 yards.
Chargers.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10.
Panther 60.
Once again, it's Scalaboo. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 16-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Bison. 60.
Here's Ward. They try to work the screen with Scalaboo. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 8.
19 Lions.
Shotgun snap for Ward. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. At the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown. From the 35, it's first and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And no chance to turn. Here we go. That one's good for just a couple.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
This one caught by the back out of the backfield. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. Now it's Jackson. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Holston Loveland was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Overcoming in a flash, and he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
Ball on the 27. Here's second and 6.
Get it. 19 shots.
On the give, Scatterboo. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. Third down, 3 to go.
Ready? Go street. Cowboy 80. Ready?
They'll go again with Scatterboo. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. This one intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
A first down throw for Jackson. Rolling to the left. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jahan Campbell. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Out of the gun, Ward. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 6-yard line.
Here we go. Strike. Let's go.
Here's a handoff to Scatterboo. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
On 3rd down, here's Scatterboo. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the 4. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down.
79 Broncos.
Now it's Ward. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted. But let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big 4th down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
Back near his goal line, Jackson. He'll get this out to his running back. And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Jackson. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
Intercepted. The Chargers take over first and 10 at the 12-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
We'll try the right side this time. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Taken down back.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
On the give, it's Scatterboot. And only managed to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter.
I'm all about all my people now. On what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous.
It is third and 10.
19 Lions. Tag.
To throw is Ward. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Carson Schlesinger.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Like, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Jackson now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Jason Sanders set to
Both
kick
teams
off.
ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Hey, check that, check that.
On first down, it's Ward. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Watts.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
16-yard pickup on that one. First down, KC.
Kansas City.
Throwing Jackson. Flush to his right. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Jackson now on second down. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
It is third and long. From the gun, Jackson. That is hauled in at the 5. brought down.
Number 33.
His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
Oh, we changed it.
Jackson now, moving out. Oh, the ball comes out. The Chargers have it. He's to midfield, inside the 30. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown Chargers. So, after the fumble return, they'll bring the offense out and go for two.
Line up for the 2-point conversion.
From the gun, here's Ward. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for two. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line.
Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Out of shotgun, Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. They got it.
An impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. They put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
He'll drop to throw. Moving to his right. Now he takes off. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18. So it'll be first and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cougar, 19. Ready,
We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 3. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Here's third and 2.
And it's third down.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's caught. This side, it's complete. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And he proves tough to bring down. Good running across midfield. A gain of 8 that time.
Hold the ready.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 2.
Hot 70, hot.
A run with the man from Louisville, Isaac Guerrero. And they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots. And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10.
Bronco 80.
Back to throw. Loveland open right side. He's got it. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt.
That is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
35-yard line.
Two. 60 by 6.
The drive will begin with a run by Scatterboot. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready?
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yards, but it will set up 3rd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
So 4th down, they'll hand it over to A.J. Cole to punt it. Nearly a good one. And hit at the 6, but continues in the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Ready?
They'll begin here on the ground. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball out.
On the play.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's second down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. Quick throw, taken in, and he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Throwing is Ward. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Aubrey is good with the extra point. And the Chargers have cut the deficit to 5.
Chargers, 16.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
On the jump. Ready.
That's complete on the tight end screen. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. This one's good for a first down.
So the athleticism of this tight end is pretty well documented, Mike. I mean, he can pick up yards after the catch. It's just such a rare trait for tight ends. So it's the size, it's the speed, it's the matchup problem. I mean, we got a glimpse of all of it right here.
Bill look to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. On that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Let's go now. Panther 11. Panther 11.
He'll look to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Now they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
7 Pirates, Mustang 19.
That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
And he's back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Get it?
Shotgun snap for Wolf. Oh, they've left the tight end wide open in the middle of the field. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
1st and 10.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
He pulls it in around the 5. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
At the 5-yard line.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's a run. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Ready.
To throw is Ward. He'll try to set up the screen here, and he's in. Touchdown, LA. He's up to 21 touchdowns now. What a campaign. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively?
That's going to be caught. They get the 2 points. Man, this could turn out to be important. The lead goes to 3 here in the fourth quarter. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way.
Dante Thornton on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cardinal.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. There's that man again. Another catch.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up manageable second down.
So, from the 26-yard line, here is 2nd and 4.
69, 70, go!
He'll go right and find his running back. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
It'll be interesting to see how they handle this situation. Do they try to slow play this and try to score without giving the ball back? Or do they try to strike as quickly as possible? So, first things first, they got to convert this 3rd down.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Ready?
Now a give up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
7-yard line.
Let's go. Ready?
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Now a 3rd and 2.
Check. Cowboy 80. Ready?
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And the Chargers going to be set up with 1st and goal. They're able to convert on that 3rd and 3.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
Go!
A run on 1st and goal. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
Now here's 2nd and goal.
Set. 68.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
They'll run. And he can only get about half of what he needed. Down to the 3, and now it is 4th and goal. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. That is a worrisome development here late in the game.
Alert! Alert! Here we go. Shot! Cougar 19! Set up!
They'll try and run for it.
You give your offense a chance to close this game out. If they pick up the first down, this game is over. But now, after the defensive stop, we're starting to see some signs of life. on that other sideline.
Here is 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 60 boxes, 60 boxes.
They'll drop to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Out of his end zone, Jackson. Exiting the pocket right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's taken down up past the 35. It's a big play when they needed it the most. It's a gain of 34. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. The ball's out. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
2nd down, Jackson. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete, and he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Ideal circumstance there. They get the 1st down and preserve that final timeout.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. For that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder. We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Going to need a big play now. 3rd down and long. Now a timeout, Chargers here. That's their 2nd. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. Seems to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
And after that completion, they don't have enough to move the chain. So it's all going to come down to this. If they want any opportunity to go down and kick themselves a field goal, they've got to convert here on this 4th down. They need their best play.
It's only a yard, but a big yard. 4th and 1. That's taken in. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Ideal circumstance there. They get the 1st down and preserve that final timeout. They get the conversion with a gain of 22. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Chiefs have taken a 4-point advantage.
24.
The kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
Here's first down.
Go. Take up.
From the gun, here's Ward. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
Come on.
Out of the gun, Ward. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That one good for 29.
47-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
Ready.
One last throw here